welcome back to Live and Breathe Horses, and from an old master trainer to young trainers with Master Nuno Oliveira. Today we're on chapter 10, which is the work with pillars. Now, I really had a bit of a dilemma to include this or not, because it's not something you really ever see, and he actually gives a beautiful, very long, detailed explanation of how to begin and progress. In fact, it's one of the longer chapters, how to begin and progress with the work in pillars. So there doesn't seem much point in doing that, because I'm guessing there's very few people watching who are going to use pillars, and it might just be more interesting to have a look at what that is and what it means. So basically, pillars, if you don't, you know, you have the pillars in the arena usually, or wherever. Now, I did a lot of this work with Miguel, and it is a very delicate work. It could very easily be abusive. So as always, you know, he talks about the preparation to have the horse calm and relaxed, and we bring him to the pillars, that first he just gets used to being there and we don't do anything. And then we go the next day, very little by little, that we can move the hindquarters from side to side. He's very calm. And, you know, little by little to ask for the movements in the pillars. We used to do in the exhibitions, and we had portable ones we could take, and there was quite a while it was my job was to be, when we did the in-hand work or the groundwork exercises, so there'd be people doing all different things. You know, somebody would be doing long reining, somebody would be doing the capriola, somebody would be doing two-track exercises, somebody else maybe passage, and I often got the job of being in the middle with the horse in the piaffe, in the pillars. And of course these could go on for 5-10 minutes, which is quite a long time when you're standing, you know, to keep the horse relaxed, to keep the bounce going. And Miguel used to go past me and he'd be like, stand still, because I used to really get in the habit of moving with the horse, especially after the first few minutes, you know. I found it really hard, of course, I mean, working at home, you could move, but being in an exhibition in front of people, it's not very classical to be moving with the horse, so we had to be very elegantly poised, standing still. So I've got some very funny memories about pillar work. But I think the big points, you know, that he makes here that reflect through all our work is about the precision and the timing and the calmness and relaxation of the horse, you know. And at the end of each lesson, he says, to make the horse walk through the pillars 2 or 3 times, very calm and very straight. So I think to start, you know, to finish off with that absolute calmness. And the other thing he stresses a lot in this chapter is about the pauses. And this is a favourite topic of mine, and I think something very useful that we underestimate the power of whatever work it is we're doing with our horse. So especially in the pillars and learning piaffe, that we almost spend more time standing still than doing the movement, and that kind of creates the desire of the horse to move. But I think in all things, when we pause more and take little breaks, you know, he says that several times in this chapter, obviously talking about the pillars, but in all the work we do, it's very relevant. You know, even if we ask our horse to do something simple, like a mobilisation of the hindquarters, and then we want to go to the other side, just to stop and wait, you know. And I use breath there, because you think, oh, if you're standing here for ages, so to say, okay, I'll take at least 3 long breaths and have a little pause and then go to something else. And actually the horses really appreciate this, you know. We can get quite full on and keen, over enthusiastic about getting the work done and getting on and achieving. So taking time, just pause, wait, stop, chill out for a minute. So thank you. I hope you found that interesting today. I look forward to see you next time, and keep tuning into the light.